What do you mean waiting for me? How are you waiting for me? There we go. We live? I think we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another iteration of the Grifties. It's your boy Atreus. I think we are live. Uh, Sometimes OBS and Streamlabs be doing weird things that really upset your boy. But we're here. We're live. It is Saturday, April 26th. We are hurling towards the end of the month. How are you guys doing? What's going on? Glad to see you all here. Shockwave is here. He's intact. Master Chief is here. We got there's a little bit to talk about. We got a couple of good grips. I'm not gonna hold you guys here long. We got so much going on today. The NFL draft is concluding. Saturday Night Hypnosis is tonight. Expedition 33 is out. And I got to continue. Last night I had a little bit of an issue with the stream over on my other channel. The reason why we didn't do Grifty last night. So we got to do Grifty the Clown. Continue South of Midnight. We'll do that after this. Somebody says, turn your mic up. Okay, hold on. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's a whole lot going on. I look forward to talking about it, and I'm glad that you all are here. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see. I see a lot of you guys in here already. Let's do a little quick roll call. See who's in here. All right, we got Heavenly Jester, who became a single mom earlier. Shouts out to you. Piranha Pout, Martiano, Christopher Baker, Bruce Fields. Person is in the building. Benji, the Sus God, is in the building, and I'm pretty sure more will come as time goes on. Okay, so we gotta. Person says, Atreus, have you seen the pro blacks losing their mind because Shador Sanders hasn't gotten drafted yet? Yeah, I've seen that, and yeah, that's annoying. But that's a topic for a whole nother. Yeah. Anyway, so what do we want to start today? I think I want to start with Expedition 33. I know sometimes the topics on New Black Street will cross over with mine a little bit, but you get my more like personal opinion or like, whatever over here on my channel. So the first we talked about this yesterday on New Black Street. Where's my Jesus Christ, hold up. Sorry about that. Left the soundboard over on the desk. All right, so here we go. So Expedition 33 is out. A lot of you guys are enjoying playing it, and this game is kind of exposing so much for us. First of all, this is easily probably one of the best, a contender for the best game of the year, right? Everybody loves it. Gamers love it. The media loves it. There's no controversy surrounding this game. You know what I'm saying? None whatsoever. There's no woke stuff. There's no anti-woke stuff. There's nothing. And they come out and they boast 500,000 copies sold. Now, I want you guys to understand this is a AA game. This is not a AAA game, okay? Expedition 33 had 30 people working on it. 3-0, okay? But like, do you guys, or does it, how does it, 3-0, okay, whatever. You guys get the point. 30 people working on this game, and they knocked it out of the park. Keep in mind, the game is only $50. It's also out on Game Pass. So, they having a lot of success. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they probably didn't imagine this much success, but as good as the game looked, I'm not surprised. But the more important thing here is it says copies sold. Copies sold is important because remember that Assassin's Creed came out a little bit over a month ago, and they talked about players. 3 million players. Let's do some math. Let's do some math really quick. Okay. Talking about Assassin's Creed. Let's assume the most optimistic that all 3 million of those players purchased the game. That's 3 million in sales. Well, no. That's 3 million copies sold, right? Wouldn't it stand to reason that due to the budget of that game that 3 million is not enough for them to make their money back? Now, granted, that's in the first month. So who knows what it's going to do over the next year? It could sell well. Who knows? But you and I both know the truth. They didn't sell 3 million copies. Okay? At least they didn't boast about selling 3 million copies. They boasted about 3 million players, which if you know anything about it, Ubisoft Connect allows you to play Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, 3 million players. Also, you got those who are sharing games, right? On PlayStation, Xbox, Steam. But this game, 500,000 copies sold. Now, I can't wait to play this game. My backlog is so full, guys. I don't even know at this point. We got to finish South of Midnight. Although I don't think South of Midnight is going to take too long. We'll get into that right after the show with Grifty the Clown. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to Grifty the Clown, go ahead and do that. But yeah, though. So, I mean, this game is all over the place. Shouts out. I love seeing, like, these smaller developers get their due, especially when they are former Ubisoft developers. Let me see if I can find it. Sandfall Interactive, a team of 33 employees that develop. Let me make sure y'all can see this. Oops. A team of 33 employees that develop Expedition 33, which managed to outperform every single Ubisoft game from this year and last year in Steam charts. Ubisoft has approximately over 18,000 employees and much higher resources to make as well. Okay? Designed to make a well-designed quadruple-A game, yet those video games have failed to reach the number of players compared to Expedition 33. It's worth noting that Star Wars Outlaws and Skull and Bones did not have a day one release on Steam, but it's very interesting to see the phenomenon, especially when Skull and Bones is supposed to have a massive player base due to its being a live service and a quadruple A game. What blows my mind is that Sandfall Interactive CEO is an ex-Ubisoft employee. Their game came out literally a day ago. It was available day one via Game Pass and still managed to outperform every single Ubisoft game in Steam charts in terms of number of active players. There you go. Just a reminder that Expedition 33 is made by former Ubisoft devs. Just to put that in perspective, what talent that the company was wasting. And these are the reviews that's come out for Expedition 33. I mean, what else can you say? Grab that. Get back to the show. Oh, boy. But yeah, though, I mean, what else can you say? Look at these reviews. I mean, everybody's giving it a 9 or better. A 9 or better. And this is a Western developed. These guys are French. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they're French. Metro John says, indie title just sweeping quadruple A under the rug. Time to smoke the rug up, man. Like, listen, when it comes to AAA at this point, when it comes to AAA, I think what's happening, this is a case of too many cooks in the kitchen. Too many developers, too many ideas, too many producers, too many people in suits, too many CEOs, just too much. But when you can get, see me, if I had a studio, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't want more than 100 people. I really don't. And then if I had to do more than 100, I would probably outsource the work that we need to support studios and just tell them exactly what we need and then go that way. But 18,000 people, and I'm pretty sure like not all of those are working on one game. But even 1,000 people working on one video game, in my opinion, is just too much. Too much. But yeah, shouts out to Expedition 33. Good job. I hope you guys can continue the success. Man, Ubisoft is getting cooked. We got to talk about Ubisoft too. They're getting cooked. Okay, absolutely getting cooked. All right, let's move on. Let's see what y'all talking about in these comments. What's going on, Jesse the Dank, Metroid John, Robin Oz? Okay. All right. We got to talk about Ubisoft since we're on that subject. Okay. We got to talk about them. Oh, before we move on to Ubisoft, I just want to point this out. Smash JT put this out. He says this studio just single-handedly changed the dynamic of the entire video game industry forever. Compare this to the near 20,000 employees at Ubisoft. This here is the real return to form for gaming. Congrats, Expedition 33. You guys did it. And this is the full team. Well, no, this isn't everybody because this isn't 30 people. But this is the studio behind the newest game, Claire. Obscure, okay? So this is them. I just wanted to point that out. All right, where is it? Where is it? Here we go. I came across this. Ubisoft caught spying on users in Assassin's Creed and other games. Fined $104 million US. Mandatory online connections may be banned for them. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. What? Nah, we gotta go and pull this up. Here it is. International Business Time. Ubisoft game faces 79 million euro fine as privacy experts uncover hidden data harvesting. Before we even read into this article, somebody's saying the volume is too low. I don't see how, based on what I'm looking at, the volume looks fine. Anybody else feel like the volume is too low? Give me a second. Let me see something. Yeah, we on the right mic. Okay. All right, mic check. See, now it's too loud. But I'll let y'all be the judge of that. Yeah, that thing's getting up there. Mic check. Yep, there we go. All right. So, all right. before we get into this article, how is it that Ubisoft is able to still run as a company with all these shenanigans going on? Like what internation? Oh hell nah, it's too loud. Like what internation is going on over at Ubisoft to the point where they are absolutely positively screwing up everything that comes their way. Whether it's a game, whether it's hiring, whether it's trying to whether it's in the development process, every time you turn around, there is a new negative headline with Ubisoft. Remember what we used to think of EA as the worst company ever? Well, I'm starting to think that about Ubisoft. Ubisoft is the worst run company I've ever witnessed. Because while EA was scummy, they were at least profitable. Ubisoft is scummy and not profitable. So let's continue into this article and see what the hell is going on, because this is egregious. Spying on your customers is crazy. Ubisoft may be forced to overhaul its data practices and scrap mandatory online connections for single-player titles. Boy, Ubisoft, the gaming giant behind Assassin's Creed, is in hot water again. Even this website knows. I bet you this website don't even like cover video games like that. But they know. Just as fans were raving about Assassin's Creed Shadows, hold on, nigga. Oops. Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Who was raving about the game? Oh, well, I guess the Shields, I suppose. And its stunning take on feudal Japan. Stunning? Are they serious? Yeah, they don't know what the hell is going on. A bombshell dropped. Privacy watchdog Noi has accused Ubisoft of illegally harvesting player data without consent. The group is pushing for a 79 million euros or 104 million in US dollars fine and the deletion of unlawfully collected data filed with Austria's Data Protection Authority on 24th April 25, okay? With Far Cry and Rainbow Six also under scrutiny, this controversy could reshape how gaming companies handle your personal info. What's really going on behind the scenes, all right? Expose Ubisoft's data collection tactics, okay? The complaint centers on Ubisoft's single-player games like Far Cry Primal and Assassin's Creed Shadows, which require an internet connection despite being offline experiences. Noi alleges that Ubisoft uses this to siphon off players' gaming habits. Think every rooftop leap or sword swing without clear permission. Okay? One user of Far Cry Primal noticed the game pinged external servers, including those of Amazon and Google, 150 times in just 10 minutes. Data protection experts Max Schrems likened it to the Monopoly man sitting at your table, taking notes on your every move. Noi, known for battling tech titans like Meta, argues this violates the EU's GDPR laws, which demand transparency and consent. The encrypted nature of Ubisoft's data transfers makes it impossible for players to know what's being shared, raising red flags about privacy in gaming. Crazy. Oh my God. Crazy. Piranha Pout says, Atreus, we can't see the clip. What clip? Oh, you're saying the soundboard? The soundboard isn't. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. All right, don't worry about it. Just screw the soundboard for right now. But going on, no, damn that. God damn. There we go. All right, so this is what gamers have been worried about for so long. You forcing us to play single player games online, and we've been complaining like, yo, I want my privacy. Like, I don't want to be connected to the internet to play single player games. And they're like, well, you ain't got a choice. And so, unfortunately for us gamers, we folded. Let's keep it a bean. Let's keep it 1,000%. We folded. We bought the games anyway. We didn't speak with our wallets, and so the video game industry kept doing what they was doing. Well, now they've been caught stealing our data. They've been caught stealing our data. What else can we, guys? What else can we say? And Ubisoft, and I bet you it's not just Ubisoft. It's probably EA. It's probably CD Projekt Red. It's probably all of them. Well, I don't think you have to be. Do you have to be online to play Cyberpunk? Nah. I know you don't have to be online to play The Witcher. But Ubisoft is one of the scummiest businesses ever. Like, I don't know what. I don't know. Maybe they started hiring a bunch of the EA. Maybe they started hiring a bunch of EA people and they transformed into this like scummy company. But this is egregious. You're gonna force me to play a single player game online and then steal my data? Man, come on, bro. This is egregious. This is egregious. Let's continue though. This isn't Ubisoft's first privacy rodeo. In 2024, a class action lawsuit accused the company of sharing Ubisoft Store user data with Meta via a tracking pixel without consent, though a California judge dismissed it in April 2025, citing sufficient user consent disclosures. But the Noib complaint, backed by a post on X calling Ubisoft's practices enshittification. I'm dead. Enshittification is insane. Shows. Jesus Christ, bro. I'm blocking this number. But the Noib complaint, backed by a post on X calling Ubisoft's practices in shitification, shows players aren't letting this slide. Gamers on platforms like Reddit have vented frustration, with one user stating, "Forcing single-player games online to spy on us is a new low." I agree. The timing stings. Assassin's Creed Shadows launched to critical acclaim, but Ubisoft's financial woes, losing over half its market value in 2024, make this 79 million euros or $104 million fine a potential gut punch, okay? With Tencent and Galamont Brothers eyeing a buyout, this controversy could tank Ubisoft's stock further, as it did after a 2023 data breach exposed 900 gigabytes of sensitive info. Demand accountability in gaming. Noib's complaint could set a precedent for the gaming industry. If Austria's data authority upholds the $104 million fine, Ubisoft may be forced to overhaul its data practices and scrap mandatory online connections for single-player titles. This could ripple across publishers like EA and Activision. Can't forget about Activision, who also lean in on online features. Noib's push to delete illegally collected data would give players back some control, but Ubisoft's silence, offering no comment as of April 25, suggests a rocky road ahead, which means they probably feel like Ubisoft is going to fight back. Now, here's the thing. Yes, this could translate to us getting some control back over our information, but then what does that mean for the prices of games? Because my best guess is they're selling your data. Because you saw what they said in the beginning of the article. They said it was something along that data was being funneled to Amazon and Google. This is nasty work. This is absolutely nasty work. What do we do about this, right? That's the question. The only thing that I could think of, guys, is to just not play Ubisoft games. As a matter of fact, at this point, I'm starting to feel like all of these publicly traded video studios, these publicly traded studios and publishers, I'm just at the point where maybe I should steer clear of them. Maybe not Capcom, not Capcom, but these publicly traded companies, because they're under a fiduciary obligation to make as much money as they possibly can for their investors, and that doesn't always translate to the best thing for the consumer. You got consumers you got to satisfy, and you got investors you have to satisfy. Ubisoft trying to get back into the healthy margin. Yeah, let's sell your data. It's nasty work. I don't know. How much more can Ubisoft take, right? That's what I want to know. How much more? Before somebody just steps in and just say, man, this shit has got to stop. Shit is over. Anyway, let's move on. Make sure y'all hit the like button so we can get out there in that algorithm and do what we got to do. What's up, Piranha Pout? Piranha Pout says, remind me of when 2K pulled this shit with BioShock the collection. They pulled it when enough people complained. She said, I was like, why do I need to sign into a 2K account to play 3 single-player games? So dumb. I agree. Nowadays, I'm getting so annoyed with like every single platform. It doesn't even have to be video games. Like everything you do now, they want you to sign into this. They want you to sign up for that. Leave your email. Leave your phone number. No. I've had services that I was going to go through with that I declined. I got frustrated and declined to go through with the service or the entertainment or whatever it was because they wanted me to put my information in, and I'm going to say no every time because I'm tired of it. Then they start sending you emails that you can't stop, or you can stop, but it's like at the very bottom of the email, it says unsubscribe. And then when you click on unsubscribe, it takes you to a new website. And when it takes you to that new website, it's like, why do you want to unsubscribe? Bitch, because I want to. The hell? Well, could we change your mind? No! Well, write us a paragraph on why you want to unsubscribe. Free, but they want a card on file. Exactly. What happened to checking out as a guest? Nah. We need you to sign up. No. Well, we gonna charge you an extra 50%. Nah. Like even now, you can't even connect to local Wi-Fi no more. Yeah, we need your email. For what? It's free local Wi-Fi. Just let me connect. Nah, cuz, give me that email. You gonna give up something. Then it ain't free. Oh well. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on, gang. Let's move on. We got to talk about Nexus Mods. Let's talk about Nexus Mods. Nexus Mods is back. Nexus Mods is back in the spotlight. And let's just bring up all the context, right? So, a couple days ago, Oblivion Remastered released. And when it released, it had become apparent that they changed, when you're creating your character, the male and female categories to body type A and body type B. Now, for those of you who don't know, this is offensive to, let me say it like this. Some people don't care. Most people find it stupid, but don't care enough to fight against it. There are some people who find it offensive, and then there's a small amount of people who celebrate it. I think most people fall into the category of body type A and B being stupid but do not care enough to fight against it. I think that's where most people lie. And so with the body type A and the body type B, gamers who have gotten a very keen eye to pointing out this propaganda, because that's what it is. It's propaganda. If you don't know what they're trying to do, there are people whose entire goal is to erase the concept of there only being two genders. And so in order to do that, instead of putting male and female, they put body type A and B. Why? Because you got trans people and non-binary people and furries and people who identify as sauteed dildos. And so body type A and B. That's what we got. Okay? And so gamers PC gamers, because they're smart individuals and they know how to do these things, they have these mods. They can install what they call mods into games so they can change things about games that you can't do on consoles. Like, I don't know if you ever seen the viral clips of Grand Theft Auto Online where niggas be doing wild shit that don't make no goddamn sense. Like, why is the Hulk in Grand Theft Auto running through the streets blowing up shit? It's a mod. Can somebody explain to me how Thanos has his Infinity Gauntlet in Grand Theft Auto and he's like burning Los Santos down? Like, he just snapped and everything disappeared. How did that happen? Mods. I've seen Transformers in Grand Theft Auto. I've seen the Power Rangers in Grand Theft Auto. I've seen the President in Grand Theft Auto. I mean, you can do anything with mods. And so there's this company called Nexus Mods that allows people to install mods, or they upload and install mods. And what has happened over the years is anything that is remotely political, Nexus Mods have removed them. For example, most recently, Marvel Rivals. Somebody replaced the Captain America mod, or his head, not the mod, they replaced his head with Donald Trump's head. It was funny.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
Congratulations to the Raging D-Head. He can see himself. He says, I thought Atreus was going to get drafted before Shedeur Sanders. That's crazy work. And so they removed the Donald Trump mod. But not just that, they also removed mods that allowed people to choose the right gender that they wanted or change their character's skin color or whatever the case may be. It's very obvious that Nexus Mods has a particular bias in one way or another. They allow you to change white characters to black characters, but they won't allow you to change white characters to black characters. Well, in a rare turn of events, guys, it would seem that gamers are winning again. Okay, gamers are winning again. Okay, Nexus Mods has waved the white flag, and we're going to get right into it. Shout out, this is coming from Grums. Shout out to Grums. He says, we're winning, okay? Nexus Mods folds and allows male and female mods for Oblivion remastered, okay? They tried to claim that mod was never banned for the mod, but for the behavior of the mod maker. But they've banned other MF mods before. It's a win, gamers. So let's see. So here is the, damn, that's blurry. Body type selector. So here it is. Nexus Mod says, sure, here you go. And here's what their statement is. Community notice regarding this mod. This mod has been and likely will continue to be a source of controversy within the community. Let me address that statement right there. Okay. Let me address that statement. It's only controversial because the people who removed the original from the game made it controversial. That's what you people don't understand. In the original game, it was male and female. It wasn't until you remastered the game and you changed it to body type A and body type B that you made it controversial. You did, well, not Nexus Mods. They did this. So don't try to spin this on gamers like gamers are the problem. No, it's you and the people that think like you that are the problem. Thank you, the Raging D-Head, for the 5. Let's continue. After a thorough review, we've determined that the content of the mod itself does not violate our community guidelines. However, due to the nature of the topic, which often attracts intense and sometimes hostile discussion, the comment section will remain locked to prevent further escalation. Okay, I can get with that. I can get with that. I totally understand that. Now, me personally, I'm in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, if people in the comments want to rip each other to shreds and have debates, the hell they got to do with me? Let me get close to y'all when I say this. In the words, what was the Japanese guy's name in Godzilla 2014? Let them fight. Let them fight. Why would I care? As long as they downloading mods, as long as we as a company are doing well, we good. But you know, whatever, I'll take this middle ground. We'll allow the mod, but we'll shut down the comments. Perfect. Gamers get what they want. The weirdos, I don't know. Let's continue though. Why was the original upload removed? They're addressing this part. There has been a lot of speculation and misinformation regarding the removal of the original upload. To clarify, the mod was not taken down because of its content. Let me go ahead and call you out on that.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking.
Yeah, nobody believes that. Nobody believes that. Absolutely, positively, nobody believes that. Right? As stated in the ban notice, it was removed due to the uploader's behavior. In the comments, the uploader expressed an intent to incite drama and endorse an external site explicitly designed to host inflammatory content. This kind of behavior directly violates our community standards. So basically what they're saying is that the person who uploaded the mod was pretty much telling people that I'm doing this to piss y'all off, and if they remove it, go and get it from this other website. May or may not have been true. I'm not sure because I didn't see it. But you guys have a history of removing mods that lean more towards a political right. That left-wing shit, oh, y'all love that. Y'all love that. But that right-wing shit, banned. Okay? We recognize that mods like this can bring sensitive discussions around gender and identity to the forefront. While these are important conversations, our platform exists to support creative expression in modding, not to serve as a battleground for broader cultural or political debates. I actually agree with that. And you should have taken this position from the jump. Now, because you waited so long, people have a hard time believing you, but your actions will speak loud in the coming, years. Let's continue. What we will not tolerate is trolling, harassment, discrimination, or any other form of toxicity that these discussions may provoke. Our commitment remains the same: to keep modding accessible and welcoming for everyone. And I don't disagree with that, okay? Because, when these debates happen, niggas start getting roasted. Feelings start getting hurt. People start deleting accounts and blocking people. You ever ran somebody off of Twitter? What's up, Tiger King? Yeah. These debates can spark a lot of emotions. And it can breed a toxic community. But still, let them fight. Griff. Let them fight. It is what it is. It's not our problem. So yeah, Nexus Mods fold, and then even Asmongold had a comment that he wanted to leave behind. He says, realistically, this was to prevent a watershed moment where a large enough percentage of players transition from Nexus to another mod platform that breaks their default monopoly. on PC mods. Losing a battle in fear of losing a war. Still a W, but important to keep in context. And I think Asmongold absolutely has a great point right there. There are other platforms popping up all over the place promising an alternative to using mods or installing mods or uploading mods that promise to not censor these mods. That's what their promise is. And it has grown apparent that Nexus Mods may be seeing lower traffic, growth in the opposition, and maybe they are adjusting. Here's the thing. I would implore you as a consumer to never celebrate a company doing anything what you perceive to be morally correct, because there is a 99.999999999% chance that they're only doing it because it aligns their pockets. But you can celebrate a win. So, for example, if Disney came out right now and said, you know what, fuck the MCU, we're going straight what we were doing in the first 10 years. Sorry, ladies, it didn't work. We're going back to our roots. Celebrate it. Don't celebrate Disney. Celebrate a win, because you know they're only doing it because they need to get back to making monies. The mignon, the cheddar, the cheese. Okay? That's it. And this is no different. No different. So yeah. I also want to point out that I saw Hypnotic's video on this. And he said something that I actually disagree with. So spoiler alert, this is a hit piece on Hypnotic right now. It's a hit piece. As a matter of fact, expect a wild thumbnail with I don't know. It's going to be a hit piece though. So upcoming beef. He said he doesn't believe you should support Nexus Mods, and he hopes that nobody goes back to Nexus Mods. I completely understand why he's saying that. He's saying that because he doesn't believe that they've actually changed. He doesn't believe that they'll continue this going forward. And I empathize with that. I just disagree. I disagree. And the reason I disagree is because what's the point of getting the W if you're going to say fuck you to them anyway? Like, yeah, thank you for doing what we told you to do, but fuck you. Fuck up again. I don't think that's very conducive. I think that we should reward companies when they do what we ask them to do. Because going back to the MCU, and we're saying, hey, yo, stop pandering to women. And Disney goes, okay, cool. We're going to stop pandering to women. No more gender swaps. No more preachy bullshit. Cool. And they start making movies like they was in the first 10 years. And then the movies still flop at the box office. And we still slandering them. They like, well, shit. Let's go back to pandering. It don't matter what we do. It don't matter what we do. So shout out to the boy, but I disagree with that. If we want to maintain some sort of say-so in our entertainment or just in any industry, we got to be able to reward the companies for doing what we asked them for. Okay? All right? And that's that. That's that. All right, let's see what we got next. I gotta get to this Gamergate 3 stuff. Holy. Holy. Did y'all, man? Let me see what y'all. Before we even get into it, let me see what y'all talking about in these. I don't want to neglect y'all. Let's see what y'all in here talking about. No nuts mods. Is it crazy? Piranha Pout says the other day I saw some doofus on X talking about they were cake gender.
What more do you want from me? Oh my God! My leg! My leg!
Shouts. Mm. 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 We got 5 new members of the single mom team. I think we got one more. Shouts out to everybody who just became a single mom. Oh, okay. That was the last one. Shout out to Frankie Pine, Quack781, Thundering, Hachuli, Trunks0404. All of you have just become. Wait a minute. It says Sold Me Out gifted 5 gifted memberships, but I only see. Oh, shouts out to James Op. Ooh. Ooh, shouts out to James Op, member for 11 months and counting, my boy. My boy. Thank you. I appreciate that though. Much love, much love. But yeah, I see you gifted 5 memberships, Sold Me Out, but I only see 4 people that got it, unless Sold Me Out became a member themselves. I think that's what that was. They became a member themselves. So I think if you're not a member and you give memberships, then you said I'm the only person that can hear the single. Huh?
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
Yeah, Sold Me Out says I've been a member. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. You gifted 5 memberships, but I only see 4 people that got it. YouTube stealing? Hey, yo, YouTube is stealing. What the hell? Anyway, shouts out to Christopher Baker who dropped a $20 super chat. He says, "Here you go. You can buy some pastaroni and cherry Pepsi with this." Congratulations, my boy. You can see yourself. I actually only drink water. Speaking of, Circle needs to sponsor me. Nobody has sold more Circle bottles than I have. I don't drink nothing but water. These things are magic. I used to drink a lot of Red Bulls. As a matter of fact, I think I used to come on the show not that long ago, and y'all would see a Red Bull can on the desk. I don't drink Red Bulls no more because of Circle. I never drank a lot of sodas. I used to drink a lot of Ocean Spray juice. Not no more. Nothing but water. Nothing but water. All because of this. Water. Nothing but water. Crazy. Anyway, okay, let's move on. So, where is my... All right, so we got Ubisoft. Oh, I know what we're talking about next. I've never
seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
Lazy Dumber, congratulations, you can see yourself. He says, "Don't lie. That is Alana Pierce's bathwater." I just want to say, I don't care how beautiful a woman is. Under no circumstances am I drinking her bath water. I know that's like a running joke or whatever the case may be, but no. But sometimes I think some people aren't joking, like they literally would. Like if you're going to a woman's house, grab her panties out of her drawer and go, or you'll buy a jar of your favorite streamer's farts, you'd probably drink her bath water. And could be me. Could not be me. There's nobody I like that much. Okay, before we get into Matt Walsh, pause. Pause. I want to discuss Predator Badlands. I have not seen this trailer, gang. And there's been a lot of strong reactions online regarding this trailer. So we're going to watch this trailer for Predator Badlands. Okay, y'all ready? Y'all ready? First of all, I just want to say I love the Predator. I love aliens. And I'm excited. Wow. As a matter of fact, the last movie review I ever did, gang, was Prey. That was the last movie review I ever did. That was the Predator movie set back, I forgot what period it was, but it was like the Girl Boss Girl. The movie wasn't bad. I actually liked the movie. And then when the video flopped, I didn't do no more movie reviews. So so yeah, so let's get to this and let's see.
I didn't think you survived. You're hunting something that can't be killed.
I don't know, gang. Gang, I don't know. See, the funny thing is, when I first saw all of the reactions to this scene right here, my first thought was, I don't think this is as bad as people are trying to make it look. But seeing a picture versus seeing it in action is two different things. First of all, why is this Predator so small? Am I the only person that's noticing that? Am I the only person that's, why is this Predator so small? Secondly, are they trying to make the Predator a protagonist? Nah, no way. Are they trying to make the Predator a protagonist? Thirdly, why are we getting another female lead? Stop! Mickey, stop! Ah, I'm so tired of shit! Ah! Why? 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 Nobody believes this shit, bro. Nobody bro. Come on, bro. Like nobody believes this shit, bro. The Predator was slaughtering niggas. The Predator was slaughtering niggas. The Predator was slaughtering niggas. And now I'm supposed to believe this bitch is going to do something about it? The Predator historically has been a horror / action film with your best heroes. If you wanted a female protagonist, you should have went and got Michelle Rodriguez. If you wanted a female protagonist, you should have went and got Michelle Rodriguez. What? This is bad. What the fuck are we doing, bro? Y'all niggas are allergic to making money. Then like, why does this shit look like it's in the future? Why does this look like it's either in modern or in the future? No, that wasn't the plan, Disney. Disney, that wasn't the plan. The plan was after Prey, you were supposed to do like Assassin's Creed and go through all throughout history and put Predator in history. We were supposed to get the Predator in feudal Japan. We were supposed to get the Predator in Roman times. The Predator in Greece. At the 300 versus the Predator. And this is what we get. The Predator versus Africans. The Egyptians. Shit. Hey, yo, Ryan Coogler. Go get Ryan Coogler and say, hey, you see how you just did Sinners? We want Sinners except with the Predator. Put the Predator in slavery times. I mean, easy. Easy. And you know what I would do? I would have a slave master with a bunch of slaves, but he's a benevolent slave master. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He don't whip his slaves and all that stuff. But all his friends and family do. And then the Predator lands. And him and his slaves are working together to try to... him and his slaves are working together to try to survive the fucking Predator while the Predator goes around and slaughters slaves and slave masters alike. Ooh, that'd be cold. Ooh, that'd be cold. The Predator versus the Confederates. But this, come on, man. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Let's look at some of these reactions. Look at this. Look at this. After 38 years, they finally cast Whoopi Goldberg as the female Predator. Oh, it's a female. Nah. He made that up. Nah, he made that up. A wall of predators. Let's look. Jungle Hunter, Predator. City Hunter, Predator 2. Grayback. They called him Grayback. Thank you, Death Star, who's been a member for 2 months. Shouts out to you. He says, keep up the good work. I appreciate that, brother. Snake, Predator 2. Shaman, Predator 2. Borg, Scar, Aliens versus Predator. Elder, Aliens versus Predator. Wolf, Alien versus Predator, Requiem. Berserker, Predators. Classic, Predators. Fugitive, the Predator. Upgrade, the Predator. Feral, Prey. Berserk, Predator, Killer of Killers. And then you have Dick, Predator Badlands. So I guess that's what they're calling it. There is no way you can make a Predator uncool, and then this is what they get. It's like, here's the thing. This one doesn't look a whole lot different than the others. I don't think it looks... It's just in motion. Like right here, it doesn't look bad, but in motion, it just looks ridiculous. And then where's its mask? Still to this day, Hollywood can't get the face right since the original. I guess it's a lost art, or they don't know how. Yeah, I don't see. Okay, since some people are spreading misinformation, Deck is an adolescent male Yatra. He is not a female. Please, for the love of all, read the articles before making this claim. That's what I thought. But he still appears small. This is a... Yeah, I didn't think this was a female at all. My take on Yatra... How do you say that? That's a fucking hideous looking... Like hideous in a good way. Jesus. Sydney Sweeney as Predator. The controversy over the new Predator design is without a doubt the biggest pile of whiny bitch syndrome to come out of film Twitter in a long time. I don't know if it's a teenage or a female Predator or just a slimmer look, but this is not the first time the Predator has looked different. I mean, it's not that the Predator looks different. It's just this Predator looks weak. I mean, this Predator looks weak, bitchy, in motion. Like, I'm not intimidated. I don't know. Whatever, I guess. I like the eyes. Yeah, I like the eyes. I mean, I don't think, like, a lot of people are trying to say that this looks horrendous. I don't think this looks horrendous. I just don't think. It's something. It's something off with them up. It's something off. All right, anyway, let's move on, man. Jesus Christ. How do you mess up the Predator? How do you mess up the Predator, man? Jesus Christ. All right, what y'all talking about in these comments? Robin Oz says, I'm kind of glad I have given up on modern entertainment. Yeah. Kind of hard to be let down. Afro Man dropped a new song. Can't play that. Tiger King says this Predator will attack you with a cringe TikTok. Diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Not gonna lie, I thought it was a female. I mean, he definitely looks slimmer and small and less intimidating. So I could see why somebody would have thought it was a female. But I'm like, no way they're giving us a female unless they're trying to say it's trans. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Anyway. Trans Predator. Yeah, this is why we need to go to Hollywood and tell the ladies,
Get back in the kitchen. Get back in the kitchen.
get back in the kitchen. Anyway, sorry, Piranha Powder, if you're still in the chat. All right, let's move on. Damn, I got a couple more good grips to go. Okay. Might as well knock them out of the park. Let them hit it raw. Oh, Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh. Matt freaking Walsh. Let me get a sip of water. I'm running out of flavor. Yep, this flavor's all gone. Matt Walsh. You know, I like Matt Walsh. I like his conservative takes. I like his opinions on a lot of things. But when this nigga get to talking about pop culture, more specifically video games, I cringe every time. Every time this nigga opened his mouth. Okay? I came across, now this is an old tweet, but it was something else that he said the other day. Live. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second, guys. Matt freaking Walsh. Maddie. Oops. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. I don't think he deleted it. It's just, I saw it and I know that I didn't bookmark it. Okay, I'm gonna do one last little search and then I'm gonna get to what? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, fine. That's fine. We'll just stick to what we got. That's fine. We'll just stick to what we got. So I came across this tweet. That is not the tweet. This is the tweet. Okay, so this is for context. For context. You can see this is a tweet from March. So this is an old tweet that apparently we didn't catch until just now. Grum says, my parents used to say the same thing about kids watching television. That is true. Watch this comment from Matt Walsh. Video games are a sacred cow because our country is filled with adults who are obsessed with them. That's why we all pretend insanely that there's nothing wrong with or disturbing about a child spending all day killing people in a virtual world.
Oh my God! My leg! My leg!
This is why it's very important, gang, to distinguish our group from the far right group. See, people like Alyssa Mercante like to call us the far right. Nigga, no. We are the center. We are the center. What is this nigga talking about? That's why we all pretend insanely that there's nothing wrong with or disturbing about a child spending all day killing people in a virtual world. Nigga. Don't you watch movies? Are you insinuating that killing people in a video game is much different than watching somebody else kill people in a movie or a TV show? Video games is a form of entertainment. If anything, if you really wanted to try to say that video games had any real world ramifications, I would even argue that people are probably less likely to be murderers if they can go and murder people in a virtual in a virtual world if we're playing that game. I don't believe that, but I'm saying if we were to do that, I would make that argument before making an argument that there's something strange about wanting to. Like, dude, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't have the skills to be a motorsport racer. But guess what? I can go and play Forza and race all through the streets. I'm not tall enough or athletic enough to play basketball in the NBA. But guess what? I can go and get 2K and do it on the video game. Is it just as rewarding? No. I don't want to go to the military and shoot people or get shot. Guess what? I can pick up Call of Duty and shoot at my friends for the free. No ramifications. Now, as I've said since the beginning of making my channel, I'm not going to sit up here and pretend as a gamer that there isn't a sort of level of addiction that can come with playing video games too much. I do believe there is something to people, or more notably men, who can't make it work in real life, and so they immerse themselves into video games to keep from having to deal with the real world. I think that's a thing. I think video games can become addictive to the point where we're incapable of handling our everyday responsibilities and duties because we're too immersed in the video game. I do believe that. I do believe that. And I would never pretend otherwise. But to insinuate that there is something wrong with somebody for wanting to play Halo, Street Fighter, Sonic the Hedgehog, man, get out of here, bro. Stop it. Matt Walsh, you need help, bro. No, you don't. No, you don't. Actually. While I respect him on a lot of issues, his petty and shitty attitude towards adults with hobbies pisses me off. And that's the thing that annoys me about the right. I'm talking about the way right. These niggas act like if you ain't reading the Bible of every moment of every day, then there's something wrong with you. If you ain't reading the Bible, taking care of your kids, going to work, then there's something wrong with you. And my response to you is, Mr. Walsh, respectfully, you and everybody else who thinks that living a life where you enjoy anything is sin, go fuck yourself. Sorry, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be miserable for every moment of my life to live life by your standards. I'm not doing it. I like video games. I like sports. I like cheeks, specifically women's cheeks. And that's me. That's it. And that's all I got to say about that. Can I get a Don DeMarco? I don't know about y'all. I like cheeks. I like cheeks. I like cheeks. I got you. All right. Shall we keep going? Yeah. Gamergate 3. Before we get into it, I want to see what y'all talking about in these comments. Let's see what y'all talking about. Marciano says, too much of anything is bad. Everything can be addicting. Just ask the metal eaters. Ooh, that sounds... You sure just women? Yes, nigga, just women. S Tier Immortal says cheek trays. I like that one. Cheek trays. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I like that comment. Come here. Come here. Come here. Robin Oz says, I played GTA for years, still haven't set a Tesla on fire.
Oh my god!
Crazy work. Crazy work. Marciano says, yeah, I respect our religions and I don't impede on them. They can do their own thing. What I don't like is them telling me and chastising me for not allowing their religion or worldviews. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I'm with Matt Walsh on 80% of the stuff he says, but once he starts speaking on pop culture, I'll be like, all right, time to tune your ass out. Like, hey, Matt Walsh, what do you think about anime? Well, I think it's demonic. All right, bro. Anyway. Gamergate 3. Have y'all heard about this? Gamergate 3, nigga. I just want to preface this by saying there is no Gamergate 3. Okay? It's just two morons who happen to be furries and closeted booty bandits who are trying to grift. Actual grift. Not like grift god grift, but actual grifting. So, let's come over here to John Della Backhole. Oops. Wrong button, sorry. Let's get over here to John Della Backhole. He released this thread the other day. Damn, got the hiccups, nigga. What the fuck? Wow. That hurt. Gamers. Gamergate 3 is making waves already, and any good movement needs established principles. This thread will establish what we stand for and against, so we make games great again. Guys, I don't hate a lot of individuals. But Backhole is approaching hatred levels. But let's see what he has to say. We oppose diversity, equity, and inclusion and critical race theory in video games. This is the most important part of our movement because this is where the left is trying to wreck our culture. Do you agree, chat? I don't oppose diversity. I don't oppose inclusion. I oppose equity. And definitely critical race theory. Okay. Number 2, we have no tolerance for pronoun BS. This means anything trying to push evil gender ideology, including replacing male and female with body types in games. While I don't necessarily disagree,
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
shouts out to Smash JT. Congratulations, you can see yourself. He says, gamers, thank you for the $20 super chat. I really appreciate it. Thank you, my brother. While I don't disagree with what Backhole is saying here, the problem is, if the next From Software game comes out and it has body type A or B, are you not going to play it? Is that where you're drawing a... Because me, like, I'm not going to grift. I'll play games that said body type A and B in the past, and it wasn't that big of a deal for me. I thought, that's weird, and then kept on going. So to sit here and act like, oh, if they say body type A or B, oh, it's, whatever. I'm not going to sit there and grift. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. We have no tolerance for the promotion of evil LGBTQ lifestyles. This is degenerate and has no place in gaming. Whoa. Stop there. Stop fucking there, nigga. Okay? Stop it. Our message has always been, keep the propaganda out of the games. Nobody has said, keep the gay shit out of games. Well, maybe there are some people that's saying that, but like, we have never championed that. So, for example, you can have a gay character in the game. He's gay. Okay. She's lesbian. Whatever. Okay? Whatever. Hogwarts Legacy had a trans character at the bar. Bartending. Who cares? They're just there. But when you take a game and you want to make the gayness or the queerness the center of the game and about how to treat queer people, aka Dragon Age the Veilguard, then that's where we got to get you the hell up out of here. So no, you can absolutely, if you are a gay developer and you want to make a game and put a gay couple in there, do it. Just don't make the game about that gay couple or just around their gay lifestyle, because nobody cares. Don't do things that insinuate you're trying to force LGBTQ processes into people's minds. For example, under no circumstances should you have an RPG game where if you choose to be an LGBTQ character, you can romance any character in the game that you want to. But if you choose to be a straight character, you can only romance 2 women in the game. Get that bullshit out of here.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome, because I've never seen myself.
Thank you, Christopher Baker, with another $20 bang. Appreciate it, bro. He says, I buy games, I pirate social engineering projects masquerading as games. If appropriate mod fixes are available, of course. Hey, and no problem with that. Oh, by the way, I failed to mention, if we reach tier 1 today, I'm giving away a copy of Expedition 33. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. But anyway, let's keep going. John Della Backhole says porn should be banned. All the above points only exist because porn has warped people's minds, and it has no place in gaming. Nigga, go to hell. Okay, go to hell. All right. While I am not a porn watcher at all, it's entertainment. It's art. We ain't banning shit. As a matter of fact, we ain't even banning Sweet Baby Inc. We're just trying to convince. We're not like, even Smash JT, and Smash JT, you in the chat, you can let me know if I'm wrong. But even a Smash JT would tell you he was never trying to ban Sweet Baby Inc. He was never trying to ban Kotaku. He was just trying to convince everyone that they don't have your best interests at heart. And so by not doing business with these people, they would just dissolve anyway. No need to ban them. We ain't banning nothing. And as far as I'm concerned, what video games have porn in them?
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome, because I've never seen myself.
Shouts out to Lazy Dunmer, who just dropped a 10 euros on your boy. When tier 1, we're $9 short. Just 9. So let's continue. John Delabacco says, no tolerance for feminism. Feminism is what leads to equivocation and pushing of leftist agendas through emotional nonsense. Nobody likes feminism. So, I mean, I don't really disagree with what he has to say here. But again, we're not banning anything. I think it just speaks for itself. John Delabacco says in number 6, beauty is objective. Games should do all they can to be beautiful. Man, get the hell out of here with that. Get the hell out of here with that. That's rich coming from the banned porn crowd. That's rich coming. Stop it. No, yes.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome, because I've never seen myself.
Thank you to Lazy Dumber, who just dropped another 10 euros. We have hit tier 1 now, so I will be giving away a copy of Expedition 33 at the end of this. So, just bear with me. Let's continue.
I've never seen myself represented. This is awesome, because I've never seen myself.
Another 10 from Mr. Monkey. He says, go ahead and send that copy out. Congratulations, you can see yourself. We will be doing that. All right, let's keep going. We are inherently Christian and right wing because these values are good. We want to promote good in the world, and without objective morals, you cannot have good. Attention, Don Delabaco. Go fuck yourself. Not everybody who games are Christian. Stop it. Stop it, Goofy. This dude's a goofy. And I want people to understand that this dude is 1000% a grifter. He's a grifter. He's barely Christian. This dude beats up his wife on his spare time, and he likes furries. He's barely a Christian. And while I grew up Christian, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to force my beliefs on anybody, especially not in freaking entertainment. Are you kidding me? And again, like somebody said in the chat, what game has porn in it? What game has porn in it? You just can't make this up, dude. You just can't make this up. And I'm pretty sure York's Torch had something. Where is York's Torch? Let me see. Freaking. I guess York's Torch must have. Dude's a moron. Where is he? I can't find York's Torch right now. Maybe he blocked me or some shit. Dude's a moron. Okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Covered that. I'm talking about Blade tomorrow. All right. So that's going to conclude the show. It's time to give away a copy of Expedition 33. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do it? I want to do trivia. Trivia is for New Blackstreet. Trivia is for New Blackstreet. I wonder, can you do... I want to see something. There we go. Let's see. You can use online browser suite. These tools allow you to input a list of names or use names and then randomly pick up. Oh, we might giveaway picker. I might have to install that later. Yeah.
We're having users comment on the video.
Giveaway picker, YouTube. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna right now. I'm gonna install like a giveaway software later, so we can do this in the future. But right now, I'm just gonna do for right now. I have a random number in my head between the numbers 1 and 100. I'm going to set a timer for 2 minutes. Where's my... Starting right now. Okay, I got a random number in my head between 1 and 100. After 2 minutes, the person with the closest number is going to win. Time has started. Time has started. Also, I'm going to use the first number that, so for those of y'all who are putting up multiple numbers, I'm going to use the first number that you chose. So Okay. $60 left. No, I want to say Benji's first number. Oh, yeah, it was 67. Okay. I'm going to use the restroom really quick, and then we'll be right back. Jesus Christ. Loud ass alarm. Okay. Let's see who got it. Let's see who came the closest. Let's see. How many? 2, that's 8. Initial power 8. Who said? Somebody said 69. 69 wasn't the number. Who said 69? That would be 9. And so 86. All right. Initial powered one. Oh, Lazy Dumber said 69. Because the number was 78. So Initial Powered beat Lazy Dunmer by 1. So Initial Powered, you have won a copy of Expedition 33. So what I want you to do is either on Twitter or in the Discord, if you are in the Discord. If you're not, I'll drop that here. Person, do you have the link to the Discord? You probably don't. Let me do this. Where is... Okay, there we go. Get the link to the Discord. There it is. Put this in the chat. Initial Powered. All right, and I just dropped the link in the chat, Initial Power. So join the Discord. Make sure you hit me up. Let me know what platform you're on, and we're going to go ahead and hook you up, okay? In the meantime, guys, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see y'all at Saturday Night Hypnosis, and then we're doing Grifty the Clown tonight. I'll talk to y'all later. As always,